This is a public service announcement brought to you by all the smart people in the world. Hazardous conditions like this, have one of these. Channel 19.
What's up, bro?
Not much, bro. How you doing?
Chilling. Trouble in the house, man.
Yeah, buddy.
And where you at right now? Canada?
Yeah. The good old Ontario.
For people that don't know about Trouble, he travels everywhere. Canada, America, he goes everywhere. I want to get into this video because we've been doing a lot of actual real PSAs to let people know what to do. And you caught something on your dash cam, and I thought this driver handled it like a god, right?
Oh man, I could tell when I walked up
walk me through what
afterwards.
happened.
Oh, okay, well, this was about Syracuse. Just probably like 2 hours before getting into Syracuse that day, and I was kind of creeping up on him a little bit. I had the cruise control going. And we had both kind of veered around. A couple guys stopped on the side of the road, and then I was kind of getting lined up to just kind of go past him because he was going a little slower. And as I got closer, all of a sudden, boom! There goes his front passenger steer tire. And I was like, I don't know if you've ever been that close to someone when their steer tire goes, but my butthole puckered right to the seat.
Toes curled, nuggets went in.
Gripped the steering wheel like it was the only thing saving me at that point. But man, did he props to this guy. If this is ever gonna be like a video to watch, autonomous driving truck versus seasoned driver,
right?
This is the thing. This is why the computers aren't here yet that can do it like a human can with experience under his belt.
Now, you can agree with me or not, but where I thought the professional truck driver did better than the self-driving semi-truck was when the self-driving semi-truck tire went. Basically, it stayed in its lane. And from experience, if you are just flat out just stopped in a lane, the chances that someone can get hit not paying attention, a pileup happening, this is how that can happen. I believe that the truck driver did a better job at getting over safely because honestly, in the perfect world, yes, it's stopped. But in the imperfect world, which is the real world, when something bad happens and you are stuck in the middle of the highway, that's when other trucks, cars, trailers, they're not going to see you. They're not going to expect you to just be stuck there on the road. They're not going to be paying attention. And that's where those pileups do happen. So overall, I think the professional truck driver did a better job. Debate me, let me know, comment that down below. But that's just how I feel about that.
This guy, it wasn't in the video portion that I sent you, but I pulled over and I kind of ran back just to make sure he was all right. He had everything he needed. And I got there and he was cool as a cucumber. He's like, yeah, man, I'm good. You can keep going. I was like, all right,
You
cool.
you know, I might actually have to do that. I might have to find one of those videos of the self-driving trucks of where their tire pops and then how they do it, and then I'll put it right next to this guy at roughly, what'd you say, about 65, 70 miles an hour, right?
Yeah, yeah, we were doing anywhere between 65 and 70. I think I was doing about 67. I think that's where I hit the cruise control at,
Gotcha,
and
gotcha.
he was probably going about 65 because I was creeping up on him.
So, when you look at this, check out this video, everyone. I mean, for one thing, when something like this happens, definitely stay in your lane,
Oh yeah,
make sure that everything's safe. And then when everything's safe, and then exit over when you can, I think another thing as well is, you got a lot of backup support on your other tires, on your rear tires, but on your steer tires, you only got one each. So,
well, and that's the thing too, because when I run back up, his steer tire, you know how like usually they'll blow out and then they'll just start becoming pieces. Yeah,
yeah,
his just flew right off. It was
that's
gone.
crazy.
Yeah, he was literally on just warped, bent, jagged rim, and he'd only gone down the road probably like I don't know, 200 feet on that
Wow.
rim, and I could see the tire because it didn't blow off him immediately. Like when so you see him start going off the road to stop. That's when his tire kind of, I guess, the lip of the road and the dirt let it go the rest of the way off. And I saw it like behind his trailer by the time I pulled over.
Yeah, no, it's such a good PSA, and I'm glad he handled it like a boss. And a
But
couple things, you know, look at me,
I,
people. Don't put Asian tires. Don't put Chinese. I'm not Chinese. Don't put Chinese tires on your steers. I'm sorry to say, but Chinese tires are cheaply made, and so if you can help it, and you are owner operator or whatever, tell your boss, put on some American tires or some quality tires,
I
unless
don't care what they say at the tire shop. It doesn't help with the feng shui, bro.
I love it. I love it. I love it. No, but I mean, I, I'll be honest. I put Chinese tires on my truck before, and they just don't last long, bro. I
No.
mean, I save a couple bucks, but they just don't last long. No hate.
Well,
Don't cancel me, the Asian community. Please don't cancel me, but put quality stuff on your steers, at least on your rears, whatever. Do what you're gonna do. But if I have it right, in Canada is the same rules as America when it comes to, you have to have a virgin tire on the steer as well.
yeah. Yeah, you're not allowed to retread steers anywhere in North America. I don't even think Mexico lets you do it, but I don't think they check either. So,
Gotcha, gotcha. So, and I mean, and if someone says that you can do it, definitely 1000% don't put recaps on your steers. You
no.
know,
How many times have we seen just recap treads just laying on the side of the highway almost perfectly intact,
I
right?
know, I know,
I would
100%.
never trust that on the front end. I'm sorry. That's like the weakest part of the truck is just under the engine. Just
It's
like you said
crazy.
before, you've only got two, whereas we got eight right behind us and then another eight behind that. Like the weakest point of catastrophic failure is the steer tires. Those are new every
Exactly.
damn time. You can recap them and put them on the back.
Yeah.
That's really cool. But mm,
Do what you can. I know right now, life is not easy, so do what
times
you
are
got to
tough.
do, but make sure, you got some good virgins on those steers. And then the last part of that, I think too, is, some people always like to say, the simplicity of just do a pre-trip and post-trip inspection. But honestly, I've done my pre-trips and my tire still has blown.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. I mean, you've got what, 600 miles in a day, 700 miles in a day for something to go wrong. You only do that pre-trip in the morning.
Exactly. Exactly.
And
So
something can happen in those 600 miles, 700 miles down the road that, it was fine, but then that much wear and tear, and depending on the time of year, like, holy.
I tell you, man. I tell you, man. So no, definitely, and tell people your social medias as well, because I want people to support you. I'll put your links down below. You know what I mean?
No, thanks, bro. yeah, you can find me on YouTube, Trouble on the Row, just as it comes up there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Instagram, same thing, Trouble on the Row. I got